Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in for this exclusive FT interview with Huawei. My name is Marta Dimitrova, and I'm the editor of Future Travel Experience. And today it is my pleasure to speak to Moussa Huang, who is the director of the Huawei Global Aviation Business team at Huawei Enterprise. Moussa is responsible for Huawei's global aviation solutions for airports and airlines. And today he will tell us a bit more about how Huawei is accelerating the digital transformation of airports to increase operational efficiency and enhance the passenger experience, while also paving the way towards smart airports. So Moussa, thank you so much for joining us today, and let's dive straight into it. So I'd like to begin with a short introduction into Huawei's efforts to support the industry. So Moussa, in what way has Huawei been supporting the airport industry in advancing digital transformation, especially during these past couple of years during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Okay. Huawei has been committed to the aviation industry, serving more than 100 global airports over the past years. To help solve the challenges our customer faced, we invest heavily in R&D and industry know-how to ensure that advanced, secure, and reliable technologies can be applied to solve the real business problems. Connectivity, AI, and cloud are the key technologies we believe will make a big difference to how airports operate. We help customers guarantee the safety, improve the efficiency, and optimize the passengers' experience through the digital transformation. And digital transformation in airports has two layers. One is digitalization of infrastructure, and the other is digitalization of business flow. By converging the two layers, we can transform the physical world into a digital world. We refer to this as intelligent twins. On one hand, digitalization of infrastructure needs to support inclusive sensor and connection and modular technology. At the Hong Kong International Airport, Huawei provided the first 5G private network for airports to enable the vision of an autonomous airport city. In Dubai Airport, container data center provide tangible infrastructure, while the currently and future digitalization will be ready to support it. So on the other hand, digital platform need to support cloud, big data, and AI. So that's the business requirement on safety, efficiency, and the passenger experience can be optimized. For example, Huawei helped Shenzhen Airport to implement an intelligent standard allocation solution. Originally, it took more than 4 hours to manually allocate the standard to over 1,000 flights every day. Through AI algorithm, we shortened the allocation time from the 4 hours to 1 minute. This allows the airport to improve the air bridge docking rate. With more than 2 million passengers having the convenience of the embarking and disembarking directly through the air bridge. With the industry starting to recovering from the pandemic, we are stepping up our efforts to help our customer understand, plan, and implement advanced digital solutions. To be more resilient for the future, we are happy to sponsor the upcoming FTE webinar to facilitate the discussion among the key industry players. Through sharing and collaborating, we will be able to help transform the industry in a meaningful way.
Thank you, Moussa, for this great overview. And here at FT, we're really grateful for Huawei's partnership in enabling us to broadcast the upcoming webinar globally. And just a reminder to all of our viewers that you can still register for free for this outstanding webinar on next generation technology, which will take place this Thursday, 19th of May at 5 p.m. Beijing time. And we're so happy to bring together a fascinating lineup with key executives from Changi Airport Group, AENA, Hamad International Airport, Malaysia Airports, and of course, Huawei. So thank you, Moussa, for this. Moving forward, what are some of the technology trends that you have observed within the airport industry following the COVID-19 pandemic? You already mentioned a few there as well, but what are some of the big technology trends?
Okay. The aviation industry was into digital transformation before the pandemic, but we have seen the current accelerating the industry momentum into building a more resilient airport through the digital technology. Operation, financial, and manpower resilience are top priority topics for many of the airport customers that we talked to. To achieve the resilient capability, technologies such as advanced connectivity in the form of 5G, Wi-Fi 6, optical, plus IP networks, AI, and cloud are gaining a lot of the attention. Among all the infrastructure topics, full connectivity is the most fundamental one. Through a high performance, secure, and reliable wired and wireless network, data from the various source will be connected. Airport Authority Hong Kong have adopted advanced Huawei IP plus optical network and 5G solutions, respectively, to lay the foundation for a data-driven smart airport.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Moussa. And you mentioned a number of key technologies there, but how can organizations make the right choice when it comes to choosing which technologies to invest in today, especially when the pace of change is so fast?
With the increase in the pace of change, it's even more important to maintain a long-term perspective, focusing on the business outcome, including the operation, security, and the passenger experience. A future-proof technology foundation that not only supports the needs of today, as well as future demands, neither to be incorporated so as not to limit the airport's capability. For example, network bandwidth can be increased rapidly to request the higher performance IP system, and also optical technology can reduce cabling cost and the IT room up to 70%. In addition to the technology consideration, finding the right partner that also share the long-term view of the airport is also important. Success in technology evolution requires the commitment in R&D. For the past 10 years, Huawei has invested over 100 billion US dollar in R&D, which rank Huawei as one of the most innovative company in the world.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. And how can I believe big data you mentioned a few times, and it's just such an important part of digital transformation. So, how can airports make the best possible use of data to support their transformation plans?
Yes, data and also AI could be introduced to augment the human decision making in airports. The data come from the IT systems, sensors, and the smart IoT devices, and connected via the high performance and robust connectivity onto their cloud platform. So either the private or public, the optimal collaboration between the human and the machines are truly transformational. Take the example of Shenzhen Airport. Based on the full connectivity, we have helped the airport consolidate the metadata source into the unified data lake. Algorithms and the data model are built to allow for rapid capability to deliver scenario-based solutions. It took them only 3 weeks for the airport to build the epidemic model and applications so the pandemic status can be understood. This allows the airport to contain possible outbreaks. Without this platform, it would take months to develop.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Moussa, for sharing all of these insights into these next generation technologies that Huawei is working on and helping airports with as well. And just to recap nicely, what is your advice to airports that are planning their digital transformation journeys? And in what ways can they drive a company-wide transformation as opposed to working in silos, which we see a lot in the industry?
Okay. In our experience working with many airport customers, I have 3 recommendations. First, for the digital transformation, we need to begin with an overall top-down architecture. This would form the technical foundation through which service can be integrated. Silo solution should be avoided. The architecture typically consists of 3 layers. The first layer is a connection, like 5G, optical, Wi-Fi, and machine visions. This wired and wireless technology fully connect all the objects, such as people, vehicle, and streamlines all the airport service. The second layer is the platform. It's based on the cloud, providing the unified store, the resource, computing resource, and the network resource. This unified platform is used to provide the big data technology to facilitate the data value, to mine the data value, and to share the data service. The third layer is application. Ecosystem partners with extensive industry experience. All the applications developed by airports can coexist and make good use of the capabilities that the platform provides. For example, passenger flow, cargo flow, and the flight flow will have their own key scenarios that the capability of the platform will enable. Secondly, service life cycle management is very important considerations. It starts with consultant and planning, proceeding to development and integration, and through to operation and maintenance to ensure the service deliver business results. This life cycle management need to be agile based on the reliable infrastructure. Last but not least, one twin doesn't make a forest. One company alone cannot achieve so much. We need to build an open ecosystem to work hand in hand with vendors, partners, and customers for the vision to be realized in reality.
Thank you, Moussa, so much for these recommendations. And I really liked your sentiments about the one tree doesn't make a forest. It's just such a great sentiment to leave our viewers with. So thank you once again for joining us, Moussa. And I would like to welcome our viewers to register for free for our webinar this Thursday, which will dive deeper into a lot of these technologies that you actually mentioned today, with case studies from a number of the world's leading airports. So we look forward to welcoming everyone on Thursday. And Moussa, thank you once again for sharing your insights with our audience.
Thank you very much.